World Without Walls MSM is back again with yet another interesting series. Teachers Have a Life Too, the podcast where we dive into the real-life adventures of being a teacher both in and out of the classroom. I'm your host, Alice, and I'm excited to share some of the most hilarious and relatable moments from my teaching journey in Italy. In episode 1, The Calm Before the Storm, we're talking about one of the most stressful times of the year. Exam week, specifically, a day or two before the big day. But let's be real. It's not just exam week that's stressful, it's the whole package. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's get into it. As a teacher, I've learned to embrace the chaos that comes with exam week. But let's be real, the day or two before the exams are like the calm before the storm. It's like the world is holding its breath, waiting for the inevitable chaos to unfold. I'm not sure what's more nerve-wracking, the students' anxiety or my own. I mean, have you ever tried to herd cats? It's like trying to get a room full of students to focus on their exam prep. Good luck with that. And then there are the last-minute crammers, the ones who think they can learn an entire semester's worth of material in one night. I'm like, honey, you can't cram a whole pizza into a tiny box, let alone a brain full of information. But hey, I'll give them credit. They're optimistic. I just wish they'd start studying a bit earlier, like maybe in week 1 or 2. I refer to the pre-exam week as the exam prep marathon, not a sprint. Except instead of running, you're stuck in a room with a bunch of sweaty students, all trying to cram as much information as possible into their heads. And let's not forget the questions. Oh, the questions. Will this be on the exam? Do we have to know this? Can we use our notes? I'm like, no, no, and no. And for the last one, you had only a whole year to study those notes. Oops, sorry, maybe that came out too harsh, but sometimes teachers slip too, much as I try to separate my work from my life. Sometimes life frustration infiltrate my work and make me irritable for no apparent reason. Don't worry, I always straighten myself out. I'm a good teacher. Contrary to the urban legend, the teacher's day goes beyond the school day. There is a whole hidden chapter before the school opening bell and after the final bell rings, between getting the army of 3 ready for school in the mornings and whispered telephone arguments with my ex, their dad. There is worrying about temporary job contracts and whether I'll have a job next year, to juggling parent-teacher conferences with my own kids and soccer practices. And in my free time, wait, what? Free time? What's free time? Who needs a social life when you have grading to do? And let's not forget the car troubles. What's a teacher's life without a few unexpected mechanic bills? As a teacher and a parent, my life is a juggling act. I'm constantly switching between being teacher or Professor Alice and mom/dad. And sometimes I get it wrong. Like the time I agreed to my children's suggestion to let them have dinner in their respective rooms while they did their homework. Yes, you guessed right. No homework was done. Food ended up in the most unlikely places, and I ended up spending the entire weekend cleaning up the resulting mess and, of course, putting on my tough mum mask and grounding the whole house. It's a delicate balance, but someone's got to do it. As a temporary teacher, the monthly salary is uncertain, but that doesn't stop the bills from piling up. From textbooks to utility bills, it never ends. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever afford a bigger house without taking out an enormous mortgage that would take an eye and a foot to pay for anyway. At least I get to enjoy the satisfaction of knowing I'm shaping young minds. That's got to count for something, right? Don't get me wrong, mine isn't a teacher's lament. I've even learned to find the humor in these situations. But sometimes I just want to throw my hands up in the air and say, you know what? I'm just here for the hours, even if the hours aren't worth that much anymore. But I digress. The point is, exam week might be stressful, but it's also a time when you see students come together, support each other, and maybe even learn a thing or two. There you have it, A glimpse into the wild world of teaching during exam week. But hey, at least we have each other and our sense of humour. It's chaotic, it's stressful, but it's also kind of amazing. If you're a teacher, I'm sure you can relate. And if you're not, well, I hope you've enjoyed this little peek behind the curtain. Thanks for tuning in to episode 1 of Teachers Have a Life Too. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And if you have any funny stories about teaching or parenting, share them with us on social media using the hashtag. Teachers have a life too. Until next time, stay calm and keep on teaching and parenting.